guys, I'm Karma from Sweden.
And I'm Scott from New Zealand, and this is our new series about us, our story, and our plan to travel the world in a van.
Yeah, because we fell in love, and for us to be together, we basically have to travel as nomads for love.
Exactly. It's going to be epic.
Come along.
Come to me.
You had to go there. So we met a year and a half ago in New Zealand, and we've been traveling ever since just so we can be together, because due to visa restrictions we're legally not allowed to live in the same country until one of us immigrates. So Scott has decided to move to Sweden, but the trick of that is that that's a 2-year-long process for that to happen. So basically we made up this crazy plan of building a van and travel around the world in it while we're waiting for the immigration process to happen. Basically jumping borders every 3 months when our visitor visa expires. So yeah,
exactly. And it's been awesome so far.
Yeah.
So Karma's used up all her time in New Zealand. I've come to Sweden already once for 3 months. We've been in America, Mexico for
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Now we've just built this van and we've just been kicked out of the Schengen area. That's pretty much 80% of the EU.
Yeah.
And we've got to stay out of there for 3 months. So at the moment we've decided to be in
Eastern Europe. We're in Croatia.
Eastern Europe, Croatia.
Yeah.
So the plan is to sort of come in, come out until we get our decision from immigration.
Yeah, exactly. Working the system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's sort of exciting and scary, and yeah, come along, like, you know.
Yeah. Now, because we love van life, so we probably would have done this anyways. This just puts a little bit more of a trick to where we can and cannot go.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So basically what we did, we looked at the map and decided, okay, here's a zone where we cannot go for 3 months, and then we just started driving south, chasing summer.
Exactly. It's a great way to do it.
Yeah,
it's
no plan.
easier. You're just like, this is where we can't go, and then you look at where you can, and it's pretty small.
Yeah. Well, depending on how far you're willing to go, but yeah.
Well, you know, and there's places you just don't want to go.
Yeah. We're gonna rock around the Balkans and Eastern, like, Europe for the winter, and then go back to Sweden.
Croatia, Albania, Montenegro, Bulgaria.
Yeah.
We might pop through to Turkey.
Yeah, because we kind of sort of have to be in the area, because eventually Scott's interview with the immigration is going to pop through, and that's going to be in Athens, Greece. So we want to be able to be within a reasonable driving distance to Athens when that happens. So our story didn't really start over.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. Okay. So our story didn't really start the ordinary way, and none of it has been ordinary ever since.
Nope.
We met pretty much as I was leaving New Zealand in April of 2017. Yeah, after walking THRU-HIKES, and we knew right away that we had something special. And just a few weeks after that, Scott came to Sweden to visit.
So our first date, what we did was, while we were talking online and stuff while Karma was back in Sweden, was we came up with this amazing adventure for like 3 weeks through THRU-HIKES National Park. And so when I arrived there, that's what we were going to do. So it wasn't so much about falling in love at that point, it was about having an adventure together and like seeing what it was all about.
Yeah.
But it was like, boom, we hit it off.
Well, yeah,
awesome.
because we thought that we had lots of chemistry, and we thought that we were in love before, but we did kind of wanted to see if it would hold up in real life.
Yeah.
And it's not all relationships can handle 3 weeks in a tiny solo tent in epic weather and no showers. And yeah, but we had a great time.
Yeah, it was a hell of an adventure.
Aside from some horizontal hail up on some really exposed ridgeline, it was
there was
epic.
blizzards, there was abseiling off bluffs, off waterfalls, there was being caught out in weather up on bridges, there was hiding out in tiny little emergency shelters while weather passed. It was a lot, and it was great.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
We started by climbing the fixed line route up the eastern face of Kebnekaise, the tallest mountain in Sweden. Stage 2 was a mountaineering mission into Sarek National Park. Often touted as Europe's last wilderness, it has an almost mythical allure for hikers. The sheer massiveness of the place, almost 2,000 square kilometers, is one thing, but the pristine and remote true wilderness is almost hard to comprehend. The park boasts about 100 glaciers and 6 peaks over 2,000 meters, and another 200 peaks over 1,800 meters. And due to the long trek in and notorious weather, the mountains are seldom climbed, and there is basically a whole lot of unknown to explore. We came in from the north, at Akka, and worked our way south 120 kilometers to the mountain station at Kvikjok. After that, 6 weeks together, Scott went back to New Zealand and I decided to follow pretty much a month later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I pretty much had to get my shit together.
We converted Scott's all beat up, super tiny little Toyota Light Ace van to space that fits 2 people a little bit better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there'll be a link to that
Somewhere.
right there.
Yeah.
So the Beast version 1.0 is going in the grave. And build something fit for a lady. Yeah. We just made out like bandits at the Habitat for Humanity store. Yeah. We outfitted our entire kitchen for under $20. Yeah, we did pretty good.
The Beast was a great little van. We spent 4 months living in that van while we saved up money for our next adventure.
Yeah, and we just slammed it together in I think about 3 days on a really tight budget, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's actually still alive. It's parked up in my mother's garage
Yep.
in New Zealand, and my friend Josh is about to revive it.
Take it over for a little
Climbing adventure through New Zealand this summer.
That's good. Yeah. So basically our mission in New Zealand was to save money.
Not only did we work whilst being in New Zealand, we explored my amazing home country. Being in the South Island, the landscape is so diverse, from native forests, lakes and rivers, to rugged mountain peaks, steep gorges and vast valleys. The trails that lead you into these places are not always well-groomed tracks. You can find yourself walking riverbeds, following marker poles into and up the most unlikely places, and epic ridge walks on isolated and a lot of the time exposed ridges. We were working a lot, but every chance we got, we spent time in the mountains.
We survived 9 under the stars and the Kakori.
All along while walking to Aroa, my plan was to do another long distance trail, the Pacific Crest Trail in America. A trail that goes from the Mexican border all the way up to Canada. That's like 4,265 kilometers or something. And that had been my plan all along, and I was thinking it would be a solo mission, but not wanting to be apart for that long, we decided to do the trail together.
At the monument. And here's Border Patrol. Good morning. Yes. All the way to Canada.
The PCT, a continuous trail from Mexico to Canada, a variation of desert, high mountain passes, beautiful forests mixed in with an incredibly loving trail angel culture, opening their homes for food, shelter, and much needed rides to and from trailheads. We started our hike on March 1st to create what we felt was a better weather window. The deserts will still be cool throughout the day, the Sierra Mountain Range will be passable before the spring melts, and hopefully we would beat the summer fires that engulf a lot of California and Washington. But most of all, it was a lot less crowded.
I managed to scrounge up enough money to do like half of it.
Yeah.
Plus visa, I could only sort of get together a 3-month visa for the States at that time, so
We had a great time. We enjoyed trail time together, so there will be more long trails for us.
that's the plan. I'm looking forward to it. We've got a big one in the
we have
in the
some big plans.
pipelines, man. So
That's coming.
yeah.
I love hiking, I love walking, I love being out in nature, but through hiking is a completely different thing. It's you're out for such a long time. It's usually a really long trail.
What I liked about it is knowing that the end wasn't coming real soon, you know? Knowing that it was a continuation.
What I really love is that you're losing grips on kind of time. You start losing track of what day it is of the week. You start just being in the here and now. It's like it's active meditation because you're just walking.
And then you get into the routine. It's like finding that routine of, you know, eat, sleep, walk, repeat.
So life becomes a lot simpler, a lot more the base needs. You find food, shelter, and then you just walk.
The act of walking is the joy of it, you know? It's not, you're not trying to climb a mountain. You're not trying to do something crazy while you're walking. You're just walking. Like, you're not trying to achieve anything other than just get to where you need to be to set your tent up again for the night. So it's like a relaxing, peaceful way to experience a country, you know?
You rely on yourself. You carry everything you need to survive on your back, and you're out for months at a time. And it's your responsibility to find food, shelter, and to make the miles to get to your goal. And that's very empowering, and it's very liberating. And just being out immersed in nature for that long, doing a fairly strenuous activity, it makes me feel alive, free, and strong, and powerful. I love it. It's great. We've been together for about 1.5 years, and we decided that we really wanted to give this relationship a proper chance.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not that easy since there's visa restrictions, and you kind of have to make a commitment one way or the other.
One of us needed to immigrate.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what it comes down to. Yeah, exactly.
it was either you come to New Zealand or I come to Sweden. And
yeah, we looked at all of our options, and yeah, New Zealand is a tiny island in the middle of nowhere, and if you like to travel like we do, it's a pretty poor choice for having as a base. It's a wonderful place to visit, especially when Scandinavia is covered under ice and snow in the middle of winter, because it's summer there. But so we decided to keep Sweden as a base. So that means
like you got to sit down and talk about these things. Like, New Zealand's got everything that we love to do in it, but we've got plans that don't involve being in New Zealand. So it didn't make any sense to live there.
Yeah. So Scott's coming to Sweden, immigrating to Sweden, and basically, that's a 2-year-long process, and that's why we're sitting in Croatia right now. We have to figure out what to do for 2 years while we're waiting for all the paperwork to happen. And we love traveling, and we love van life, so we figured, why not make this whole thing an adventure instead of a problem?
Exactly.
So we built Dory, the beautiful blue adventure bus, and we're going to take it on the road
She's
as long
awesome.
as we have to.
I'm flipping proud of Dory. Like, we managed to build her in 8 weeks, and that's pretty good going, I think.
On a restricted budget, 8 weeks, doing all the work ourselves.
On a lawn with an extension cord.
And my dad's tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Sweden.
In rain, shine, or snow.
Yeah. Wasn't in the middle of summer, so
no, we got good use of our awning, let's put it that way.
Yeah, we pulled it off.
We pulled it off, and we love Dory. And we would have built Dory anyways. We've talked about building another van the minute we left poor old Beast parked up in
We're van lifers.
Yeah. We love it.
Yeah, it's what we do.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
So Dory would have happened regardless. Now it's just a little bit more of a time pressure to complete her before we needed to leave the Schengen area. Thanks a lot for watching. We really appreciate your time. And if you'd like to know more about us, we do have a blog, and we'll put a link to the blog and all the social media in the description below this video. And
Exactly.
yeah, we have a lot more videos too. So check out the building of Dory. There's a whole series on that on our channel. And yeah,
And subscribe.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss our epic adventures through the world. Just
So worth it. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Nomads for Love, our new series. Don't want to miss it. Subscribe and click that little bell thing for notifications. Then you won't miss when new videos come out. So yeah,
Exactly. It's a tale of love,
tale of love.
and we don't know the outcome.
No.
Am I gonna immigrate to Sweden or not?
Well, we hope
It's
so.
not. Well, it could be no, and then it's like heartbreak, or it could be yes, and then it's like yeah. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out. Follow us.
Find out what's gonna happen to my heart.
Follow us as we travel around the world in Dory.
Exactly.
All right.
Peace.
If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For more, visit our website and engage on social media, or consider supporting us on Patreon. You'll find links in the description below. Until next time, go out and live a life worth living.